So I wanted to give some inspiration to some of the younger women. Okay. I just joined the 40 Club this year. I've been kind of thinking about like, what are some things that I have bought into over the years that have not been productive for me? And one of those things is buying into the illusion that, your body and the way that you're shaped is really what your main appeal is. And so I see a lot of these young ladies, they're getting these surgeries, these BBLs, and some of them are starting to see the negative impacts of having BBLs. And there's a lot of power in just working out, being fit, and having healthcare as a priority. And I don't want these young women to think that, oh, I can eat whatever I want to eat and then just have a surgery to reassign the fat that I've accumulated in my body somewhere else, and even still, you see these women, they have the same body shape. Some of them look like Baphomets to me. And, they're, talking about, men in a very objectified, derogatory way. And I get it. Women are flipping the script on men, right? They're flipping the script on men. And they're saying, hey, you guys have objectified us all these years, and so we're gonna objectify you the same way. So we're all about the bag, right? And so we're gonna flaunt our bodies around, and this is how we're going to get our valuation, is bopping around. And I've never had that attitude. Like, I've never had that attitude. Now, I have been grown and sexy, go to the club, show all my goods to all the men that I will never, ever be with, never desire to be with, but I'm going to flaunt all my goods. And I've done this, short dresses in the clubs. You can't tell me nothing, and that really did not reap the results for me that I wanted. Like, I've been divorced. Um, and I say I'm a single woman with kids because I don't have, like, my kids' fathers. They are very much integrated in their lives. We have very good co-parenting relationships with them. So that's just to say that I was doing all that, and I did find decent men, but they weren't men that were ready to be men. They were just men that were more so great to be around and kick it with, but not to plan and strategize life with. And so, I kind of went back to what made me attract these guys. And it was really very superficial things that I was putting out about myself, right? And so as I got older, obviously you start to, hopefully, if you're learning and you're kind of looking to evolve yourself as an individual constantly, I recognize that, intellectual value is something that's very sexy as well. Personal value is very sexy as well. And so now, I don't need to flaunt all of my goods out when I go out. I go out and I walk with confidence. I walk like I have, value. And I can I have a blazer on right now, and just a shirt underneath. And I'm telling you, I get more attention from men when I walk out in a modest outfit, confident. It's more attractive, and then they want to explore conversation with you. And to me, that's kind of the secret sauce, is not walking around showing your body. It's really walking around and demonstrating that you are a high value individual. And that doesn't necessarily mean that you are making six figures consecutively a year, like some of these delusional YouTubers have led people to believe. But it's really, are you an individual that is creating sustainable wealth for yourself? Are you an individual that can impart some type of intellectual reasoning onto other people so that they can grow as well? And I think there's a power in building that personal and intellectual value, and you really do get the results that you want. Like, I have I would say since I started really focusing on that instead of just my looks, I don't even wear makeup like that. Like I wear it sometimes, and if I do wear some, it's just so little that you can't even tell that I have it on. Because I want people to see my face. I'm not trying to use makeup as a way to put on another face to trick somebody, right? Because that is really rooted in low self confidence. You know, when you're piling on a bunch of makeup on, you know, that says that I don't like the face that I was really born with, you know? And I need to put on another face to feel sexy or confident. Meanwhile, you do all this and you're running around beautiful as hell now, looking like somebody else, but you're dumber than a sack of diapers, right? And you're expecting for a man to just buy into this false illusion that you put on yourself. And so for younger women, I would say, look, my mom always told me that there's nothing worse in this world than a stupid woman. And in America, there's nothing worse in this world than a stupid Black woman. And so I encourage you to buy out of some of these superficial things and really focus on educating yourself, becoming a subject matter expert in something. Be valuable to the market, you know. And when I say be valuable to the market, have a skill and be able to acquire skills that always keep you relevant and employed and making money, right? And down to finding the right man. You want a man that is centered on building with you, not just kicking it with you. A lot of these guys out here, they're not worthy leaders. They were not raised to be leaders, just like a lot of women weren't raised to be good women and good wives and partners to men. But at the end of the day, women are complements to men. And if you have a strong, driven man who's very centered and have that alpha male mindset that we're going to have order in this household, and that order doesn't come in aggressive disrespect, but mutual respect. And in order to get that mutual respect for your man, you have to be more than a body. You have to be a confidant. You have to be somebody who is intelligent enough to be able to help him work through maybe some daily issues that may come about. You know, men like women that they can actually talk to and work things out with. And a lot of women need to understand that. You know, you can have the baddest body in the world, but you're still not going to be valuable to a man if you cannot have a conversation with him, if you cannot problem solve with him. That is what make people work. So that is my advice to you young women. I'm sorry I went on this rant, but I want y'all to really start thinking about some of the behaviors and the ideas that you're buying into, you know, especially on the age of social media where everything is documented. You know, I don't fault anybody who, okay, like Blac Chyna, for example, you know, she's been this harlot, in my opinion, and now she's like, oh, I'm turning to God, I'm doing this, I'm readjusting. And I hope that Blac Chyna continues on that trajectory of teaching young women that you don't have to evaluate yourself on these superficial things, you know. And a lot of these things cause health problems over time. So for a temporary moment of beauty, you're doing things that may have long-term detrimental effects to your health. So young ladies, build your intelligence, build your personal and intellectual value, and stop thinking that showing off all of your goods is a way to secure a man. Because we see in modern times, it's really not. You'll secure him for a short term. That was a short-term fix. You're going to have a short-term kick-it partner. But that person is ultimately is not going to be loyal to you because you haven't given them a reason to be loyal to you. So everyone have a good day. I said I'm going to start being more frequent, dropping videos and some nuggets for y'all to think about. So hopefully this was inspiring. I'm trying to keep my content away from highly inflammatory things. I like to, you know, make sure I'm pragmatic and actually inspire people to think objectively. So have a wonderful day. Bye.